The Police and Prison Civil Rights Union is leading a march to the union buildings today. This comes after the union rejected government's 3% wage offer. The workers also want the implementation of a housing scheme and filling of vacant positions in the sector. The march is expected to start at Church Square in Pretoria before proceeding to the National Treasury and then to the union buildings. We now cross live to our colleague, economics reporter Katlego Legodi, for the latest. A very good morning to you, Katlego. Have the marchers gathered already?
A very good morning to you. I'm coming to you live now from streets around Church Square in the city of Tshwane. That is where it's a sea of red here on the ground where Popcru members are concerned. They started gathering here from as early as 6 a.m. To embark on that march to the union buildings. So today, this has been a march that they've been building up to in the week as they tried by all means to put pressure on the employer and try to raise issues within their sector. I'm going to just step out of short for my colleague Zinhle to show you what is happening behind us. This is where they are standing, members of Popcru in their hundreds, I must say, just occupying the streets of Tshwane today on that demonstration. They've really taken issue with a lot of things that are happening in the sector affecting the workers. Yesterday, just letting us in on the National Executive Committee that has been meeting also at the bargaining council, trying by all means to negotiate. You can imagine that this demonstration here on the ground is also around the issues of wages. They are calling for about 10% of their wages. Another offer, another figure that is being touted here is 6.5 at the bargaining council. This is where the public sector officials are concerned. They've been negotiating at the bargaining council for just a change in the living conditions, saying as well that the socio-economic conditions on the ground are just becoming unbearable for their members. This is a union, Popcru, that has about 160,000 of those officials, some of them being in the policing sector, in the traffic sector as well, some of them in the correctional services sector, saying that they need to deliver those memorandum of demands, one to the union buildings, to the presidency, another one to the treasury, in terms of just putting pressure for the situations on the ground for their members to just change. But I'm going to bring into the conversation now the General Secretary of Popcru, that being Mr. Jeff Dladla, who's joining us now to just let us in on this demonstration. I can see, sir, that the spirits are high. It's a sea of red here on the ground, and the members are ready to embark on that march to the union buildings. Welcome to the SABC. Let us in on what we can expect really from these demonstrations here today.
Yeah, indeed. You will see that our members actually are very angry with the employers and the arrogance that is displayed by the employer with regard to the offer that they are tabling, which in the main is the offer that is 3%, which for the past 2 years, workers did not actually get increment. Workers feel that they are being undermined by the employer because their expectation was that because COVID have passed, now it's a time that they will be able to get an increase that is inflation based. But the employer is very adamant that workers will only get 3% and is a final offer. Then workers said no, we can't accept the 3%, and then we must go and raise our demands with the president, who is the commander-in-chief, because you remember that we are organizing in the criminal justice system, and our members are here from traffic, from correctional services, and also from SAPS, and also from community safety and liaison offices in different provinces. So they said they are prepared to go to a president and tell the president themselves that they are sick and tired to be undermined actually by this government. They are losing their houses, they are losing their cars, they can't pay school fees. There's a high rocketing prices of food. There's actually high prices of the tariffs of electricity. There's also high prices of petrol, and therefore they can't take it anymore. They are suffering, they can't raise their heads above the sea level. Hence then workers are here in numbers descending from different provinces to say they want to raise their discontentment with the president. But furthermore, also the issue of the austerity measures, because workers are subjected under unbearable conditions. In fact, when you look at the SAPS, compared 2010-2011, you could be able to see that the numbers were around 200,000, 199,000 workers. But the staff complement, if you look today, where's with the police, SAPS Act members, all 90,000, with a population that is growing. with the foreigners that don't have actual documents coming from other countries, that they cannot be counted that out of that 60 million. So it's clear indication that really they are carrying this government and the state in their shoulders. They can't do it anymore. Furthermore, in correctional services, if you look now, if you look in 2009, they had actually 48,000 staff complement. Today they are standing at 38,000. Yet the number of offenders or of prisoners in every correctional center are growing higher and higher in the numbers. But the members' staff complement is going down. One bodies that are working in correctional services with members with offenders direct is 27,000. So if you go to traffic, it's the same thing. That is why you have actually a lot of fatalities in the road, because there is no visibility of police on the road. So hence then we are saying, want to see to raise this with the president, and we are saying, President, intervene in this situation, because you must just forget if you think that will accept the 3%.
Jeff Katlego, thank you very much for your time there. The General Secretary for Popcru coming through to let us in on their march. The march is set to get underway any moment from now. Police are also on standby, I must say, to just guard proceedings here on the ground. You can imagine that this is a protected strike action where the members have been called from 9 provinces really to embark and descend here on the city of Tshwane to march to the union buildings. This is where they'll be delivering that memorandum of demands, one to the presidency and the treasury, with the hope that indeed things would change for their better in their sector. It's back to you in studio.
Thank you so much for that update. Of course, it's a story we'll continue to follow.